Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aries and I am your online BFF for today. So today will be a bit special because we do not have the usual lighting, but I bought something special, which is this. Let me talk closer to you. Alright, so you see, what if you see, the greatest tragedy isn't failing. Just remember this, because what if it's never discovering like who you could have become? Like, because you see, like, fear sometimes like convince you to like basically stay where you were, like think about that for a moment. How many dreams have quietly disappeared from your mind? Not because like people, you see, not because like you weren't talented enough, like, but because like you were afraid, like people are afraid. So afraid of rejection, afraid of looking foolish, like afraid of like disappointing people, afraid of what if the plan will not work out, like what if you make the wrong choice, what if, afraid, you see, like afraid of not being enough. That's the thing. Like fear doesn't always slam the door shut. Sometimes it simply like whispers to you that, oh, you know what, it's not today, like maybe later, like wait until you're ready. And before you know it, my dear, years have passed by and you don't even realize it, because you see, the dream is still sitting in your heart, still sitting, still whispering inside you, it always visits you daily, but you have become so used to like basically like postponing your life, because that waiting starts to feel normal for you, and that's why you postpone it. Okay, yeah, so basically like fear wants to keep you safe and not free. Okay, like fear isn't trying to ruin your life sometimes, okay? It's not. Fear is basically like trying to protect you, and your brain is basically like designed like to keep you safe every single time, like not necessarily fulfill, not necessarily like joyful, just the brain wants you to be safe, right? And when it comes to staying safe, you will always stuck in the same environment, in the same puddle, and that's why unfamiliar things like feel so uncomfortable for you, right? Not only for you, but for me as well, everyone else, okay? Like, even if those unfamiliar things, like, they are actually good for you, good for your career progress maybe, or good for your future progress, or maybe your self-growth, you see, like a healthy relationship sometimes can feel scary, after a heartbreak, success sometimes can feel like scary if you are used to like playing small, so you always expect the worst. So like being seen by or being valued by your colleagues, by your bosses, or by your family, whoever it is, like you feel being seen cannot actually like feel scary as well if you have basically spent years hiding your emotions and not being vulnerable with everyone else. So your nervous system doesn't always know the difference between like danger and growth, and basically it only knows that, oh, you know what, this is actually unfamiliar for me, like, and unfamiliar often feels unsafe. That's what your brain is tricking you, right? So that's why healing isn't about like fighting fear, okay? It is actually about like teaching yourself like that growth, that unfamiliar, the uncertainty can actually be safe too. You are teaching your brain to listen, right? So you see, potential doesn't disappear sometimes, it waits. All right, And one of the most comforting things that I have learned is this, because your potential doesn't like disappear because like you are afraid. Actually, it waits. It waits patiently. It patiently waits for the day that you finally come back to yourself. You finally believe that you are actually worthy enough to like give it a try, even though it might fail, right? Think of a seed. I give you this another metaphor. I always share this metaphor. Okay, think of a seed. Even if it stays buried for a while, the life inside it hasn't vanished. It simply hasn't had the right conditions to grow, Maybe right now, maybe you have been judging yourself because you haven't started yet and you have messed up, in your previous, from your previous experience, and you do not want to repeat it. It's okay, all those experiences are the proof that you have actually done it. So why not you take all those experiences and create it into something meaningful, just have a faith and have a trust to yourself, like imagine you are basically like you're not standing in the collapse or a destroyed buildings, you are actually standing in your own constructions, you are constructing, you are basically like constructing your own building, all right? Right now you are in the construction phase, all right? Okay, all right, okay. Sometimes maybe you have been calling yourself lazy, weak, undisciplined, inconsistent, but you see, what if that's not the truth? What if you have like simply been like carrying the fear that nobody else could see it? Like you keep talking to yourself and make it, like you basically make it happen, like it came up true. Okay, so imagine, let's twist your mind a bit, like, oh, what if you are basically a disciplined person? Okay, not what if you are. Okay, that's what you tell to yourself. Okay, let's rewire your brain. Okay, let's rewire your mindset and tell this to yourself that, oh, you know what, I attract abundance and I am strong. I am not weak. I am strong. I am disciplined. I am consistent in whatever that I'm doing, and I'm confident and I can do whatever I want. Okay, and I deserve a respect because I know my self-worth right now, and I am not lazy. I am hardworking human. Okay, so that's what you're gonna tell to yourself, and that's how you're gonna create your identity. Okay, instead of undervalue or undermine yourself, because those actions gonna affect you. Okay, I'm back. I lose some of my footage, but it's okay, I guess. So yeah, all right. Sometimes, you see, healing will begin when you basically like stop asking yourself, oh, what's wrong with me? Why are you keep looking for a problem? Why are you keep focusing your attention to finding your own mistake, finding your own weakness? Like, why? You shouldn't do that. Stop saying that. Instead, you ask yourself that, you know what has been keeping me afraid, and I will fix it, because I don't want to live like this anymore. Like, seriously, you should tell that to yourself. Like, every morning you're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do it no matter what. Even though, okay, you know what, maybe if my progress is like 1% a day, and it's okay as long as I do something. Like, I respect myself, so I do what I want. instead of like doom scrolling, or instead of like avoiding the task, or maybe you have like a project that you're doing right now and you keep postponing, and because you feel scared, because you feel scared, and every time that you start something, a project, maybe you're working on a project right now, every time that you start something on it, like, and then you feel uncertain and having a doubt, and you pull back your energy back. What are you doing? All right, so stop doing that and just go all in for real. Okay, I know it's hard. For me, I have certain projects that I'm doing myself, that I'm currently building, and I'm scared too. But you know what, not only me, we need some courage, and I don't think that I should be the one that won't hear this. Like, I feel like the rest of you guys also need to hear this, that you are limitless, you can do it. So stop overthinking and just do it. The more you overthink it, the more you postpone, you're gonna procrastinate, okay? Because you shrink yourself, okay, and you are back to your old version, and that's not how we're gonna do, okay? Why are we going backward? We are supposed to go, how to say, it's not backward, we're supposed to be level up, okay? Sorry, my hair. Okay, so so fear has a strange effect for you. Like, it makes your word smaller, because you stop speaking, because you are basically afraid of like judgment, and you stop creating because like you are afraid that no one will care, like you stop loving because you are afraid of getting hurt, little by little your life begins like shrinking to the size of your fears, but your soul wasn't created to basically live inside a cage, and it was basically like created to basically like experience, to learn, to create, to connect, to become someone. All right, you are here, you are brought to this world, you are brought to this universe basically to do something great, to the humanity. All right, so whatever project that you are doing right now, it gonna do you good, right? It gonna do something. All right, and imagine if every flower stay inside the seed, because opening feels dangerous. What's gonna happen? No, there will be no gardens. Why are you sabotaging? Never mind. Yeah, why are you self-sabotaging? Like, growth has always required vulnerability, right? So stop self-blaming. Okay, so remember that your future self is actually waiting for you. Is waiting beyond the fear that you have right now. Close your eyes for a moment. Like, imagine meeting yourself 5 years from now on. Not the version who stayed comfortable, but actually the version who finally took the chances, who finally started the business, who finally like chose healing and not repeat the same cycle again and again when it comes to relationships. Okay, all right, who finally like begin to trust yourself. What do you think they will tell you now? I don't think they're gonna say, oh, thank you for never making mistakes. They won't just. I think they will just smile and say, thank you for giving me the chance to exist and for trying out. Okay? Thank you for believing in yourself, because you made it, right? Your future self isn't asking you to be fearless. They are basically asking you to not like give up. don't give up on them before they even had a chance to be born, you know, like every courageous decision that you make today is actually a gift to the person that you will become in the future. Yes, and remember, courage is basically built in a tiny moments. Alright, because we often imagine courage as a one huge leap, but that's rarely how it happens, right? Because courage looks like sending the email, applying for the job, uploading the first video, saying no, going to the therapy, having a difficult conversation, starting again after failing and all. Those tiny moments repeated consistently. Alright, so yeah, you don't have to become brave overnight, my love. You don't have to. You become brave every time that you prove to yourself, you know, whatever that you say, whatever that you plan, you know, whatever that you want to achieve, you're gonna do it. Like, you are basically you can survive in this uncertainty. So that's how you're gonna prove to yourself, not to anyone but to yourself, that basically you are what you say. Okay, so if fear has been following you lately, and that's okay, it means that you're human. All of us are human. Like, don't waste your energy trying to eliminate. Is that the sound? Is that the correct pronunciation? Eliminate. Damn it. Okay, never mind. So basically, don't waste your energy trying to eliminate it. You know, sometimes all of us has fear. Like, yeah, you don't have to waste the energy trying to remove it completely from you. Instead, learn to walk with it. Learn, okay? Let the fear sit beside you, and just don't let it hold the pen that writes your story. You can let the fear tag along with you, because you see, your potential isn't waiting for the day that you become fearless. It's actually waiting for the day that you decide that my fear is basically real, but my dreams matter too, and I don't let them control my life. Okay, one day you will look back and realize something beautiful, you know. It's so beautiful that the biggest obstacle wasn't fear itself. It was believing that fear meant that you had to stop. But it's not. It's just you.